You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Hey, we're here.
Alex
Look at me.
here.
I'm busy typing like a teenager.
Rex has returned, recovered from the squirrel attack. I took him out on Monday. Hey, Marcus, what's up, bud?
Marcus in the house. What's going on, buddy? So sorry about that last minute. Hey, Stevie B, hump day. Oh, yeah, you're right about that one. So lots to talk about. So we're going to have some interesting stuff. And we're going to have some original art. Now, I'm not sure if Nick's going to come on and do that. I, by my own admission, am not original art. All right, so there you go. So Nick will
Hey,
be
Lars, man.
Lars, man, what's up, buddy? Thank you, man. So a lot of stuff going on, causing me to miss Monday. I apologize to the viewers out there. This is always the brightest part of my day. Brightest part of my job is doing this. Did a segment with Alec on his channel. He had an interesting topic, which we'll touch on sometime during the show. And then, of course, it's Wednesday, so new comic book day. So we're going to listen to our gurus, Alec and John here, and their opinion about what's come out this week. And, of course, we're going to have to ask Alec if he's had any more paper issues. Curious about that, obviously.
I don't no, not today.
That's good news.
Definitely, they were all. I mean, they're still all subpar for the for Marvel for the most part. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, let's see. So Lars Man says the operating theory was a violent squirrel attack. I am hoping.
Yeah, it was the squirrel.
I'm hoping that the squirrel was safely released into the wild if the squirrel has recovered. I do not know. I don't. So my daughter took the squirrel to the shelter, quote unquote, after some extensive searching for a place, because not every place takes squirrels. Imagine that. So John Spilios in the house. Yes. So yeah, Lars, man, that's right. You went to San Diego. How was the trip? You got to let us know. Jeff, what's going on, buddy? All right. So we're going to start off the show real quick, like we always do, and leave it out there. Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, suggested retail of $40 or more. Each one that you get will have a $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, as a thank you to our viewers, we have it for $5, so 50 cents a copy. So you really can't lose there. And then next up, we're going to go ahead and do our best offers like we always do, so that everybody has the full amount of time with which to put their offers in if they are interested. So if this is your first
Jay,
time,
I don't know about that. Jay said
Okay.
you were selling out again tonight, calling it.
maybe, I don't know. We'll find out one way or the other.
I was saying, we're going to find out.
All right. So you know what? Real quick, let's do our first best offer book. Rorschach #1, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99, and it is a best offer book starting at $25. So if you haven't put up a claim with us before on the show, if you haven't watched the show before, this is your first time. We have two types of claims. Buy it now. We'll throw out a price.
Okay, everybody.
Put the claim up in the chat, and the winner, and that first person to put it in the chat walks away with it. Then we have best offer of the night. We'll throw out a starting price, and the highest offer by $7.55 tonight, right before the end of the show, will be the winner. Let's see. Stevie B says, Josh went in the house. Hey, what's going on? And thank you, JD. He just threw up the link for the submission form. Very important to fill that out. If you win a claim, gives us your ship to address. And if your screen name and your real name do not match up, that's where we match it up. Stevie B says he went to his LCS to try and get a copy of Avengers number 55 that has George Perez tribute. It was sold out. George has lots of fans. He does. Legendary creator, obviously.
I don't know of anybody that didn't have that on their pull list that just rolled into the store and got one. I've talked to a bunch of people today on Twitter, and everybody sort of has the same story. Like, I thought I just grabbed it. And
I wasn't there. Oh, I hear you. All right. So, Rorschach number 1, CGC graded, guarantee 9.8. It is a best offer book starting at 25. Then, you know what? The next book up, FF number 1, incentive 1 out of 10. 1 of 10 rather, Acuna variant edition signed by inker Rick Magyar. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book tonight for $50, or starting at $20 rather. I'm sorry. Best offer starting at $20. It is limited edition number 19 of 50.
Nice. I always like when it's numbered.
Foundation look.
I love that cover though.
You love it?
Yeah, I do.
I think the Future Foundation look, Alec, I don't know about you, but my experience is people either love or hate like the white costumes. People are either like, oh, they're great, or old people like me are like, I can't. I need them to be in blue.
I'm like super caught in between it. I honestly don't like it, but at the same time, I have no problem with it. Like if it popped up again or something, it's just, oh, okay. But that's probably my, just very in between, I guess.
Yeah, no, I get it. Fantastic Four, one of these things where I've said this a bunch of times. More than any other Marvel property, Fantastic Four, I think, are stuck in time.
Yes,
you know
and
what
we've
I mean?
talked about
they're stuck in
make
time.
the
We've
movie
talked
work.
about that. We talked about they modernized it. They do this and that. They try stuff. It works for a little while. They sell some books, and then people get tired of it. Newer people are like, no thanks. And then all the oldsters are like, I'm looking for the basic Fantastic Four, and you're giving me Wolverine, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man. I can just buy those books because I like those characters.
I think that's kind of where we're at with the current ongoing too. It's at like, I don't know, I think the 35th or 36th issue or something. Like I know they did an oversized 35, but I haven't really heard any positive things about it. I don't know anyone that has it on their pull list. So
right now, I mean, I'm a Fantastic Four fan. Right now, the fans I talk to, we're all waiting for Alex Ross's thing. I think that comes out next month, maybe. And he's sort of, apparently this is going to be his take on the property as seen through the lens of Jack Kirby.
Interesting.
So it's a new ongoing?
I don't know if it's going to be ongoing. I think it's like 6 or 10 issues or something. I'd love it to be out ongoing. I can't see Alex Ross writing and drawing his own book every month.
I'll look it up.
I think that's, that ship has sailed.
I mean, I remember, obviously when John Byrne was on it years and years ago, the problems we've talked about with the Fantastic Four never really occurred to me. I guess, when you have good artwork,
I ruined the book. Sorry, everybody.
No, but I think that the same thing to be said here about Alex Ross, jumping in, and it may be enough to turn it around. You know what I'm saying?
Well, especially because Alex Ross is sort of going forward by going backward.
Right.
Like if you saw the promo materials, well, let's put it this way. Dynamite has had Alex Ross do books with the Jack Kirby vibe. We've had Captain Victory. We've had a bunch of that stuff that he's done. And it's amazing. It's to see him sort of do Jack Kirby almost as well as Jack Kirby is kind of mind-blowing. Dynamite did a bunch of stuff like that. The Kirbyverse, it was called. And it was very cool.
All right. So Lars Mann is saying, I have been thinking about this and want to be a showrunner for a new story called The Fantastic that starts off with adventures of Ben and Reed that then incorporate Johnny and Sue pre-powers. That's interesting. I mean, that might be a good pretext to a movie.
We've talked about the Fantastic Four is essentially a better version of Challengers of the Unknown. None of those people had superpowers. They were just adventurers. And there are what-if universes where Reed Richards didn't forget the shielding. They went into space. They were astronauts. They were successful, and they came back. And now they're still adventurers.
Right.
But they're just human beings. And someone, in addition to Larsman, had said maybe taking that approach, and at the end of the first movie, they get their powers. Do like the whole movie where Reed's a scientist and Ben is his like Air Force assigned pilot.
Don't you think that would work better as a series, though?
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to a movie? I think you're going to lose them in a movie. But I think in a series, you can develop that and you can get away with it.
I think almost everything is better than in a series. I think the X-Men.
Speaking of series, did you watch the newest one?
Moon Knight?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I watched Moon Knight tonight.
Was it finally good?
Have you not watched it yet?
I haven't watched the third episode.
Well, we were talking about it on Alex's show, and I said I had to agree with you.
This is Alex's show. Oh,
no, on his show. Yeah, we were talking about whether or not
my
about
bad,
Moon Knight.
my bad.
That's why I asked him, "Have you watched it yet?" Because when we did his show, he hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah, just haven't been interested. It's I don't know. First two episodes were just very okay.
Well, so Alec was asking my opinion, and I had to say that you would watch it. Of course, we all know John watches it at 3 a.m. the day it comes out.
I do.
And John's reaction was it was clunky, and that was about the best description there is. I felt it was clunky.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. If you're watching the show and you're, I mean, not that you really care what I think, but it's not bad.
I mean, Oscar Isaac was fantastic.
Yeah,
okay?
he does a great job.
Once again, but I have to say that today's
episode was nuts. Today's episode.
Okay, I haven't seen today's episode yet.
They kind of amped it up a little bit, and I'll tell you, you run the complete spectrum of people who flat out don't like it, don't watch it, couldn't care less. Guys like me that are watching it, kind of hoping for the best, but not. I'm 4 episodes in now, so I'm kind of like, okay, I think I'm just going to get what I get. Gracie the cosplay last on social media today was talking about, and she's on the cover of Hell Sonia. We'll get to that a little bit later. That she thinks this is the best thing Disney Plus has ever done. And I'm like, what, Sonia, please? And she just kind of, we were kind of joking around back and forth or whatever. She honestly thinks that's the best Marvel series they've done. She loves Moon Knight. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, these are people who've read comics. I talked to someone else today, another friend of mine, and he was talking about, man, Moon Knight's a game changer. And these are people that have been reading comics their whole lives. So I'm like wondering, am I not seeing the right version of this movie?
Well, that could segue into the topic of discussion on your show, Alec. Isn't that interesting? Because I guess you have to be. So these are readers of Moon Knight.
These are readers of Moon Knight, fans of Moon Knight, and fans and readers of comics in general. Someone like Gracie's been reading comics since she's a little kid.
Yeah, I'm not seeing what they're seeing. I really am not. All right, so real quick, let's throw another book out there. Amazing Spider-Man number 677, signed by Mark Waid.
Josh quietly goes to return my cosplay cover. No, I'll tell you right now, I love all our cosplayers. I think certain ones of our cosplayers really sort of vibe in.
Gracie's a baker too, so that falls into two worlds of yours.
Well, it depends. Certain characters I really want to see do certain things. Gracie's great as Red Sonja. She just says, of course, it helps that she has red hair or whatever, but she's just got the right Red Sonja, look, build, the hair, the whole thing, or whatever.
All right, so this is a best offer book starting at 20, limited edition, number 6 of 20.
Nice.
I have to admit, I have not been. I did, however.
Larsman needs to put together a script.
All right, Larsman,
because I'm real interested in the story he's telling in the chat.
I know, right?
I was going to say, dude, maybe you want to write this up.
All right, I got you, Larsman.
Now, what I will say, only because we're still kind of talking about Disney Plus and the movies and all that stuff. What we talked about yesterday, where in my opinion, the shows and the movies are going to start to have an effect on what comics get released. And we had some little things here and there. This is just from today's new comic book day. So in the Spider-Gwen-Gwenverse issue, there's an ad for a Thor Jane Foster series that's coming out. When's that coming out? The beginning of July, conveniently right before the movie. Today, we also had a one-shot, Doctor Strange Nexus of Nightmares. That came out today. When's the Doctor Strange movie come out with what looks to be Nightmare as one of the main villains, if not the main villain? Well, that came out today, and that movie comes out next month. And there was next up too, we've got the Captain America series. It's going to be a brand new ongoing series with Sam Wilson as Captain America. How did the show kind of end, and where are we going forward with Captain America? Pretty much with Sam Wilson. I don't know. This is just from today's new comic book day.
Right. So, I mean, I think based on the conversation we had on your show, it's clear that Marvel sees the comics themselves as a marketing tool to draw in the comic book fans. This is their way to market, and really, it's free marketing. Well, more than that, you're still making money on it.
I'll tell you where we are now. I think personally with comics, especially with Marvel, and probably with DC. Remember when comics came out strictly to sell toys, like ROM Space Knight?
Yes.
I call this the ROM Space Knighting of comics. Everything that comes out now is in aid of selling toys, a video game, merchandise, something on Disney Plus, a studio release. The fact that you get comics and you're like, why is this artist working on this book? Or why is this creator, he or she doesn't really get it. This isn't quite right. I'm not saying they don't care. I'm just saying their priority is not that monthly book. It's just not. Their priority is using that book as a platform and a bridge to other properties. And primarily they're doing it to get older fans like me to kind of keep sort of connected to it. Because, to be honest with you, there's a lot of cool video game properties. I'm not going to spend $20 in an IMAX theater to see them. You know what I mean? I'll absolutely go see Spider-Man.
So, okay. All right. So 62 Lefty is saying, Alec, you're giving Marvel too much credit. But no.
These are January's books.
But still, if you think about it,
it just got lucky.
Yeah, no, the time.
They rolled a 20.
The movies don't need help money-wise. It's never about help.
But I think that's where the conversation went. And to even continue on with what Josh said, he said, but the Strange book's not in continuity. I definitely screwed that up. He's still dead. Continuity. That's true. But this is just a one shot. And I think it's to get fans to recognize Nightmare's face. Just to say, oh, this is Nightmare. He popped up here. They also had a little thing in there that said, if you can recall, he showed up at this port too. So they're giving fans another reminder. If you don't know who he is, you could also check him out in this series as well, where he last was. Just so people can see where, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it coming out earlier doesn't really make a difference because it still falls within that marketing window. So Marcus says those bad paper comics were designed to coincide with 420 to use as rolling papers. No, Marcus, they're not even good enough for that.
It burned too quick.
Yikes.
But yeah, so the fact that they may have been scheduled to come out earlier, that's still within your marketing window. I mean, it's well within it. So yeah, and to answer JD's point, it's not about help money wise. If there's more money on the table, these companies are going to grab it.
I think if anything, it's to help the comics. I think it's to help the comics bring in more money because clearly the MCU is, it's insane the amount of money it brings in. It almost feels like every movie they come out with is a new box record, breaking records, whatever.
Well, I see it differently. I see it as a free marketing vehicle.
That too.
For your upcoming movies, which is obviously right now the lion's share of revenue. And
it's the lion's share of revenue for all of Hollywood.
Yeah,
I saw a thing in the Philadelphia Business Journal where they factor out comic book movies in the 21st century.
I think 62's. I think 62's on the money.
Yeah, and they factored it out. Hollywood is running massively in the red without superhero movies. They've spent a ton of money on movies people were just not going to go see.
So 62 Lefty brings up a good point. Marvel uses the books to sell the movies and shows, but not the other way around. True.
I think that's spot on.
Yeah, but what you got to be careful of is that where's your screenplay coming from the movies?
Old stuff.
It's old stuff.
Right.
And then they just regurgitate it in a brand new mini series that no one particularly cares about. And if you haven't read it, I mean, if those books came out in the 80s, 70s, I'm sure you probably don't exactly remember.
I'm going to rip off Frank Miller. I'm going to rip off.
That's fine. That's all well and good, but eventually, the well runs dry. Because if all you're doing is regurgitating old stories, then eventually you go back to make a movie and you're like, well, wait, that's not new. We did that. That's not new. We did that.
I think at some point they're just going to do their own movies, and then they might even make a comic book based on the movie. I think going forward, my opinion, going forward, they only care about the movies and the TV shows because that brings in the most revenue. The comic book side of the fan base just isn't as big as the movie fan base.
Right.
So if they can take the movies
too.
What's been true?
Well, we've talked about this. In 20 years, we've lost half the comic book stores that were operating in this country.
Facts.
Right.
That was like as of the end of 2020.
But let's keep in mind that's the problem with that comparison is it's not a straight line comparison. What I mean by that is I'm not saying that I know what the figures are, but it's not a good measure of whether there are more readers or less readers, in the sense that the LCS's closing was also technology driven. Same stories as Borders Books and Barnes and Noble. They're a victim of technology and shopping patterns.
I think they got it in a few different directions. I think they absolutely got it from technology. I think they absolutely got it from the video game industry. I think they got it from the fact that, generally speaking, kids aren't into what their parents into.
Right.
Forget, these characters are 50, 60, 70 years old. In some cases, kids are getting like Spider-Man comics from their grandfather. You know what I mean? I think that when compared to, a hot new video game property or something like that, I think there's just way more options now. Kids are watching, like, especially younger kids now. Almost every person in my godchildren's age range, we'll call it college, like 18 to 21, 22, they are all watching YouTube series and Instagram TV and things, Facebook TV, things that are very, very specific to them. They're not interested in, HBO Max or, God forbid, like, imagine there used to be 3 networks when we were kids. There were like 3, 4, 5 channels.
Yeah.
They would watch 3, 4, 5 channels in an hour and be out.
So I want to address what Josh just said, but you know what? Let's do our next best offer book. It is actually a CCA. So It's the Shadow Year 1, number 2, blank authentics cover with cover sketch art by Wilfredo Torres. It's just a retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book tonight, starting at $20.
Wow.
So I would agree with Josh that an opportunity is missed, but the question becomes, is getting younger readers in a real goal? That becomes the issue. All right. And I got to agree with
eventually, yeah. I mean,
eventually, yes,
especially with my diet. I mean, Marvel, I'm sorry, but
no, I would agree. Eventually, let's see, the Hastings chain went down because they spent too much on other inventories and were too debt leveraged. Lone Star Comics shut down the stores, but is killing it online. They still do real volume. So that is a relevant point that I think Lars Mann is making, is that some of it is due to behavior shifts in the way people shop, the onset of obviously digital reading material, and then an overall, as Dwayne says, an overall shift, on how we consume our entertainment, our information, and watching TV is not really the way it's done for the younger generation. So, I mean, we kind of touched on this when we're talking about it on your show. So it's interesting. All right. So the Shadow Year 1, number 2, it is a best offer book starting at $20, a full color hand sketch by Wilfredo Torres. All right.
That's a great shadow. I like that a lot, man.
And then let's see, right before we go to break, and then we'll do a recap when we come back. Before we go to break, we have the Women of Dynamite 1/6 scale Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, J. Scott Campbell statue, the Arctic variant. As you can see,
any metal books tonight?
I don't believe so.
All right, why don't we do this real quick? 3 winners, one every half hour.
Nice.
Vampirella metal book, Adam Hughes cover. I know, Kyle's gonna hate me. Vampirella Dracula, Lucio Perillo cover. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, Amazing Spider-Man 300 and 301, Todd McFarlane homage. So, should we do one? Let me ask you this. Should we do one every half hour, or should we do all 3 at the end? Why don't we let Kyle decide that part?
Well,
maybe
JD.
JD, he'll do it every half hour. JD rocks.
So,
Jeez, I hope Kyle wasn't watching the show.
All right, so you want to do one
It's
now?
best you just keep.
What do you think, Alec? Well, no, when I say every half hour, I meant like the last 5 minutes of every half hour.
It's probably best you keep these here with me, sir.
Yes. You know what? You know what? I don't know the complexities of these giveaways. Why don't we do all three at the end of the show?
Okay.
We'll do all three.
JD, is that doable, or how do you want to do it, JD?
Yeah, JD, you decide. Me, I'm gonna remind everybody about this beautiful original art, and I'm leaving.
All right. Well, you're coming in to for the original art segment, aren't you?
You're coming in to hawk your wares.
Whoa! I thought you said you would be helping out. You're the expert. It's just be me and John reading off the sheet. You're the expert. That's why it's the original. It's called the original art show with Nick.
Great job on doing dealers, Nick.
Oh, thank you.
That's kind of why we name it Original Art Show with Nick.
All right. I will be in.
How that works, you see? That's why they put his name in the show. All right. So there's the Sheena statue.
That's a great statue.
And it is, let me see, best offer starting at $75.
We've talked about Women in Dynamite. I love almost every statue we do. The Women in Dynamite statues really sort of, and the Dynamite Presents statues, they sort of really kind of locked in. Well, what they did was they did the statues based on artist designs much more closely. Like this screams J. Scott Campbell, right? So you know what I mean? I just that's
all
I don't
right,
know if
Lars,
I've seen
man.
a statue that good since we had Deep Forest.
All right, I got you down, Lars, man.
That's a really nice one.
Yeah, Ronald's up to 80 on the statue. Ronald, you saw the CCA, right, with Shadow?
80.
I just want to make sure that we
had the Shadow CCA by Wilfredo Torres. That is actually a best offer book. And let's see, that one starts at 20. And we'll leave that up for a second, and then JD will switch back to the there it is. So this is our first CCA of the night, and it is best offer by Wilfredo Torres. So we'll have to talk about this. I finally watched Batman.
Is it on HBO now?
It is. So I watched it last night. Why are you sorry? I enjoyed it.
Oh, did you like it?
I did.
Everyone says they like it. I haven't seen it yet, though. You know.
So Ron says he has seen it. He has two from Torres. I enjoyed it. I it is definitely a different take. I know some people were rather upset at the Riddler character and the Penguin character.
And the car. The car is a disaster. If I'm going to see a car like that, I'll watch Street Racing on Discovery Channel.
I kind of found the car sort of cool, be honest with you. A muscle car was kind of cool.
I need
that's cool.
Yeah, you'd be all right.
He said you're being overly dramatic.
Well,
I feel like I'm going to like that when I eventually watch it.
Listen, you know what? I mean, we talked about, briefly on Alec's show, because I thought the topic that you brought up was interesting, and we'll revisit it when we come back. It's the Smoke a Bowl 420 Batman. So we touched on it about how DC wants to follow the Marvel model, the Kevin Feige model, and how to do it.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay. That's very nice of you to say, man. As John and I always say, this is I don't know if it's John's favorite part of the day because he's retired, so he does whatever the heck he wants every day. However,
this is my top 15 things of the day I do.
You actually do that many? So, but for myself, it's the best part of the job. It's the best part of the day. So when we get to sit here with Alec and John and just kind of chat. So, yes, and JD, I did see that Dan did an in-depth, Dan Wickline did an in-depth on the Batman. I was not able to watch it, but I might go back and check the recorded version. Interested to hear what he has to say. So we got to take our first break. Stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
This is The Experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey there, hi there, ho there. You're as welcome as can be.
Hi, I'm Nancy McCann. Welcome to Friday Night Live on The Experience.
Welcome, everybody. It's Fat Jack's Comic Crypt. Brendan, Al, Jason, hanging out.
There I am. Welcome back to Kicking It with Henry, folks. I am your host, Henry Kumpa. It's great to be here with you guys.
So we are going to talk about books that are in stores this week.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mishmash.
Hello, and welcome to the Black Comics Universe, presented by Peep Game Comics.
And you gotta love it that the first people in the minute to skim it are creators.
Up, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Space Cadet.
Hey! What's up? Welcome, everyone, for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question.
Hi, everybody! Welcome to Nerd News Now.
Hey, this is Rex. Welcome to Comic Collectables.
Hey, hello, all you happy people. Welcome to the Dan Wickline Show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is the crazy show that we do on Thursdays called What's in the Box?
What's in the box?
Comic culture and sales.
Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner.
All right, so I'm a little disappointed because they weren't telling us that we rock. That's how they're going to enter the drawing.
Yeah, well, do you really think we rock? Everybody.
I thought they really thought we rocked. So I'm a little disappointed to find out. You know, it just dawned on me. That's for the drawing.
That hurts.
You gotta put in ARNJD rock.
Oh no!
Hashtag ARNJD.
No, it's Rex and John Rock. You got to read the crawl.
No, I say ARNJD.
Nah, I'm okay.
So now he's got to change it.
No, it's anybody who's commenting.
Thank you, Jay, for saying that. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it. The truth is,
that is very nice. But anyway, just real quick, thanks for the compliment on building dealers. Apparently, giving away art gets you a lot of compliments.
None of the folks for sale, right? It's just we're giving it away. We're picking up.
Yeah, we did some really fun pricing.
Rock the Casbah. I love the Clash, or I did anyway.
Rock the Casbah. That's funny. Hey, listen. In case Dave's watching, I'll let you guys go to sell some books.
All right. Well, so when are you coming in to do the art?
I'll come in at 7.
All right. So stay if you're
7:02 to be exact.
If you want to see original art tonight, stay with us until 7, and Nick will come in and go through what we have here.
Hey, and stay with us after 7 too.
I was gonna say.
I would assume that. All right. So that takes care of the best offer. So I'm going to do a quick recap because I know John loves it. So we had Dynamite 10-pack reader set.
Lars, man, you're right. Nick decided, and people kind of thought that was a work. That was a total shoot. Amy and I were doing the show, and Nick just decided, we talk about how much we love the viewers, why we do these shows. Nick just decided we were going to blow out books. He didn't want to have to pack anything up. He wanted everything to be sent away. So he came in and he just started, being like Danny Deals in here, and everything went.
All right. So suggested retail of 40 or higher. As always, we have it for $5. So 10 random Dynamite books. Then next up, we did Rorschach #1, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99, and it is one of our best offer books starting at $25. Then we did FF #1, incentive variant, 1 out of 10. Kuna variant edition signed by inker Rick Magyar. Suggested retail of $89.99, a best offer book starting at $20. Then we did Amazing Spider-Man #677, signed by Mark Waid. Lars Man, it is the best offer book. Lars Man is currently in the lead at $20. Then we did the Shadow Year 1, number 2, blank authentics cover with cover sketch art by Wilfredo Torres. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book starting at $20. All right, Lars, man, I got you, buddy. Rorschach, you're in it for $25. Got it. All right. Let's see. And then we had Women of Dynamite, 1/6 scale, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, J. Scott Campbell statue, Arctic variant. Suggested retail of $249.99. It is a best offer statue. And Ron is currently in the lead on 80. All right, Lars, man, I got you for the Shadow as well, the CCA. Got you starting at 20. You got it, brother. All right, so I got everybody down. All right, so I think we left off. You know what? We'll talk about this, and then we'll get to. We have another CDC graded cover sketch art by Ken Hazer tonight. So we'll do that. All right, Lars
Man, you saw that?
Yeah, 85 on the statue. I got you, Lars Man. All right, so we were talking about how disjointed on Alex's show with the way that DC has things all over the place. So I understand their desire and their need to put some sort of Kevin Feige type of person to try to bring the universe all together so it makes a little sense.
Well, yeah, that's because they've got it's one of these things where too many chefs ruin the
Right. And you're all over the place. You're on CW, you're here, you're there, right?
We're doing cartoons, we're doing
so I think that what I saw in New Batman, although they're they're doing it again, so it's probably not going to happen, but the Joaquin Phoenix Joker could fit into this dark new universe, but they're not using Joaquin because at the end of the movie they had somebody else. You didn't really see him, but he was in that. He was, I guess, in Arkham with the Riddler and stuff. So once again, I think they're kind of missing the mark. Although they didn't show enough of it that if they wanted to backtrack and use the Joaquin Phoenix character, they could theoretically.
In what, the Batman?
Yeah, because.
Yeah, that's world would fit.
But but what do you do about Wonder Woman? What do you do about Aquaman? What do you do about those diverging? And obviously, the Flash movie is now a completely hot mess.
I think they've actually pulled the plug on that because their lead was busted like twice in 2 weeks. Apparently, he's having personal issues, whatever.
So
he was arrested again today.
Yeah, I heard that.
Did you see that? Ezra Miller was arrested again today. So
that's true, Marcus.
If you're holding your breath for a Flash movie, maybe wait. Like don't hold the breath. Or
the TV Grant Gustin, the TV Flash. That's where I think they made a crucial mistake as well. Why did you not? He was a fan favorite, so it doesn't make any sense.
Oh. I hate to cut you off, but because we're on DC and we're talking about like all their problems, literally when we were doing our video yesterday, we were talking about Ezra Miller and he got arrested again yesterday.
Yes. John just mentioned that. Yeah. So
I don't want to bag on the guy. If he's got
he's got issues. He's definitely got issues. But
I was gonna say I didn't know if you my stuff kind of kicked off for a second. You froze on my end. I wasn't sure if that's what you brought up, but I wanted to wait until it kicked back on.
It's Comic Book Day. We should be joyous and not. We had good stuff come out this week on New Comic, not just Dynamite. Good stuff came out overall. We got more Black Hammer this week. We got more. Help me out here. I'm trying to think of Aerosmith. That's one of those kind of underrated Kurt Busiek things. It's like an entire universe he created. People barely talk about it. I'll tell you right now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're watching this show, go look up Aerosmith and Kurt Busiek and then report back to me. Because I'll tell you, that's the kind of thing I would love to see on like a subscription service.
Is that the series from Image? Aerosmith?
It's been I know it was Image at one time, and then I don't know, because you know how Kurt Busiek kind of moves his stuff around, right? There was a while it was Jukebox Productions, and then he keeps doing books, and then it's sort of like, the hot potato, who wants to publish this? He was with DC for a while. Astro City had a whole slew of books that came out with DC, and I was like, oh, please stop doing this. Thankfully, he sort of moved away from DC, and this is, I'm not sure exactly.
So I got a technical question for JD. JD, does everybody need to?
Curtis Wallen image now, Nick mentioned.
Do all the viewers need to re-hashtag since we're giving away 3 metal covers?
No.
Or is the one time going to be good enough?
You know what? I don't know. So why don't we give away one right now?
Fair enough. Where are they?
What are we giving away right now?
We're giving away a medal. So your choice. It's going to be John's choice.
I've won this one, apparently. Congratulate me, everyone.
Good. Let's go.
All right. Ron's at 95 on the statue. Let me say, JD,
for this, or do I need to hold this up?
JD, can you manually eliminate John's name from any possibility of winning this drawing?
Well, that's automatic. Yeah, we do that.
Okay, very good. Ron, the hashtag. So I'm going to wait. You know what? Just to give everybody an opportunity, I'm going to wait. It's 6:40. Let's wait until 6:45-ish before we do it. Thank you, Josh, for putting that up there. And it is also in the crawl.
Well, you mean going forward, though, because John won the first one, right?
Oh, no, he didn't.
And I'm surprised you still have... I'm surprised people are still bidding on that statue, too, because I was pretty positive that was yours as well, wasn't it?
The statue...
There is nothing in this building that is his. Nothing.
Really?
Okay. I was going to say, John leaned back. He said, I don't know about that one.
So to avoid all of his emails ending up in my specially created folders, he's now been texting me, figuring he'll just eliminate the middleman known as the John spam folder.
You know who loves me? Apple loves me. They don't want you muting me at all. They're like, no.
I got the IT guy working.
You want to mute me? You got to go to Android.
Ooh, I got the IT guy in our office working on it.
All these texts are popping in the Rex and say, "Hey, did you get the email? Did you get this email?"
No. Did I get the text? No.
See you over in Slack.
Okay. I have to manually enter that. So that's not gonna
Just sends back a text. The person you were trying to reach is not in service anymore.
As soon as I heard Slack was a work thing, I was out. No.
I'm gonna somehow make sure that somebody, if anybody knows how to turn off or block someone on Facebook Messenger, because I'm Facebook friends with them too. Let me know. Put in the chat detailed instructions on how to accomplish that. Or feel free to email me. As long as your name is not John Cole, it'll go right into my inbox.
I'm afraid that people are trying to get a hold of you, like, "Hey man, I'm looking for this book," and you're like, "No, you're just shoving people away."
You John Cole shill, you.
No wonder there's no Punisher. John Spilios has sent you 137 emails.
That's not true, John Spilios. I am working hard to get you the Punishers. I do receive your emails.
That's too funny.
All right, so this is so I know we had one.
Delete Facebook, nice.
I know we had one last show, and I think went pretty quick. All right, so
John Spilios just typed he sent it 138.
All right, CGC graded Deadpool number 50 with a Deadpool cover art sketch by Ken Hazer. Guaranteed CGC 9.6. Generally, it is a $200 book, and we have it tonight. One available for $150.
That's nice. Wow, that's really nice.
So that is another CCA by Ken Hazer, but this one is graded. This literally is two that they found, just singles. I don't know if somebody's credit card declined or what the deal was.
I'll tell you right now, this will be $400 when Deadpool 3 comes out. I'm telling you right now, the price is going to go way up.
All right, let's see if Nick's watching, because
he was, because he just pointed out that better than watching.
I missed. He walked into the show, so I guess he's watching now.
Nicky the Roach. You can see her giving out cards.
All right.
I'm just looking at something.
No, I'm just looking.
He's going to take something back.
He's going to take. Remember when I told you guys this is a discount? He takes it away.
No, I feel bad for John. I'm doing the. I'm trying to figure out something for the John. I feel sorry for him. He's being harassed fund.
Oh.
So,
not
you, John S.
Oh, I thought you meant me. I was going to say 4-issue limited series to make me feel better.
No, not you.
Bigger than a bread box. It is. Okay, let me see. Stevie B, it is 10 1/4 high and 7 1/4 wide. All right, so those are the dimensions. All right, so Nick left the room, so I want to get in on the
I hope you got a veggie sandwich. Everybody's open.
I want to get in on the crazy Eddie sale as well.
All right, John,
Ooh,
you get this $50 Helsonia Virgin Lucia Perillo cover. That's for the abuse you're taking from John and Rex.
What abuse?
We love we love John.
Ah, you're teasing him with the Punisher jokes.
That's him.
Plus,
Was that me?
I mean, look, even Dwayne DePayne said, "Stop punishing John."
Dad, he's talking to you, Nick.
Oh no, those are $50. I grab a handful every week. I'm sorry.
No wonder there's nothing left for John. He takes what he wants.
I better unpack my backpack. I'll be back later.
All right, so CGC
That's a
Deadpool
really
number
nice
50.
book.
You know what? I want to be part of the crazy Eddie sale. So instead of 150, let's go to 100.
You're fired.
I know he's not watching.
Not
He's
yet.
walking back to his office, so there's no way he can be
Next
watching.
Wednesday, Alec and I will discuss new comic book day. Have Amy join us.
All right, so that is now
$100.
100.
That's half
Yep,
price. Someone
buy it
buy
now.
that. Yikes.
Okay, so imagine, you figure his normal CG or his normal cover sketch art is $89.90. Lars Man claiming it for 100. You got it, Lars Man.
Yeah, I mean, that's just really nice. That's, you know what? I really think if I want, I mean, I have Kenny's art, but I think the next one I want is I want to try to get something that's slabbed.
All right, Dwayne says we're mean to him when Nick leaves the room.
I know, right?
All right.
I'm seriously considering getting that Alien cover slab by Ken Hazer. That's how cool that is. I mean, just
All right, well, you're on your phone the whole show anyway, so go ahead and put it up in the chat. All right, so you know what? I think I'm not seeing any more hashtags, so let's run. JD, let's go ahead and spin the wheel for the first one. Which one did you pick, John?
this one.
All right, so John has picked the book.
With the Vampire. Do I need to hold this up? Do we not? Does he not have that image? Or?
I'd probably not. No, since Nick just walked it in.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to roll on over to our camera.
We're not going to be able to see
Bad boy.
anyway. All right,
Dwayne's a
Dwayne's a Pain is the winner.
See, all that they were being mean to you, and you got it.
Dude, this is a very nice metal cover. They're mean to me when they leave the room.
All right.
This is super nice, man.
So
it's
let's
kind of
make
hard
sure-
with the metal and the plastic and the reflection, but when you get this, I think you're going to be real happy.
Yeah, you know what? We got to make sure that we hand that off to Amy so she can put a little sticky on it. So John, thank you. Congrats, bud. See, we're not mean to you. Nick leaves the room, he spins the wheel, and you win.
It was rigged. I'm kidding. It wasn't rigged.
What's that?
I said it was rigged.
It was rigged. Too funny. All right.
Now, if it was rigged, John would win every time.
Yeah, right. If it was rigged by John. All right. So next up, we have Agents of Atlas #2, signed by cover artist Greg Land.
Hey, Rex, do you have the Nikki the Roach card?
I do. Here.
Oh, okay. So, just FYI, Robbie was really asking for this on Monday. So, quick reminder, this is the last giveaway of the night. Nikki the Roach.
Well, no, actually, technically, it's not. We have 2 more medals to give away.
That's what I'm saying, after the 2 medals.
Oh, okay.
So, this is from 1996, so 26 years old. Wow, I had hair back then.
I think that's when Pokemon released.
Yeah, right? So we both outlasted everybody. No, I'm just kidding. So Robbie was actually really making me feel old. He said, I really want that. I used to watch Nick on QVC and Home Shopping Network.
As a child.
So that if that doesn't make you feel old.
All right. So next up, Agents of Atlas #2, signed by cover artist Greg Land. Suggested retail of
Lars
$49.99.
wants Nikki the Mullet.
And we have it for a buy it now price of $10. And that is probably the cheapest item that will go tonight. And that is a buy it now for 10. So if anybody's interested, it is, let me see, limited edition 17 of 70 and hand signed by Greg Land. So there you go. And the giveaway, the Nikki the Roach giveaway. We'll have to do that last. So were you auditioning for the Human Target pilot?
Agents Atlas.
Got you, Lars, man. I got you, buddy. You got it.
Agents Atlas is one of those books. I'll tell you right now, if you're not familiar with Agents of Atlas, go back and read it. Jeff Parker kind of relaunched this thing in like 2000, I'm going to say maybe 7 or 8, and it's based on a What If book that he loved. It's from, I think, What If 5 or 6,
right?
From its first version, where what if the Avengers were formed in the 1950s? And I got to tell you, he just ran with that.
No, I was not going for the Human Target back then. Can of Ray to go along with the Nikki the Roach card.
Nicholas Chance, the Human Target.
So no, in the Ash comics that Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti had for Event, they put some of their friends in there. So Joey Delfini was Don Delfini. They put me there as a bubblegum mobster, and I'm on my knees begging for my life. I get shot in the head, but I survive, which is why they called me Nikki the Roach, because back then, when the entire comic market was falling apart, they were confident I would survive anything. I would say I survived everything but being subjugated to harassment from you guys.
All right, so
let's give Nick a gift.
All right, we got to deal with some logistics here. Okay. So for the second giveaway, it's hashtag We Love Nick. No caps this time. Okay, no caps whatsoever. All right, to make it a little bit easier. So that is for the next giveaway, which Nick will be here doing the original art when we get back for our next break. So we'll probably do it about 7:15, I would say. I'll have to remind Nick to stop and do the drawing.
Sure.
All right. So nothing.
Well, you and Nick are doing that.
Didn't we give you a whole set of the metal covers?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I'm waiting for my.
I think it was the night we were going to experiment on how sharp the edges were.
I'm supposed to have a set of the metal covers, but I've been giving them to them so they can.
Who's them?
The buyers, the readers.
I'm pretty sure we gave you some.
I don't have any. They were supposed to be.
We need to start keeping an inventory. I got to start.
They were put in an email because you said, "Just email me, buddy." which
explains
which
it.
is Rex speak for TFY.
That might explain what happened then.
Oh my God! These seriously, all jokes aside, I mean, we're having a good time. These metal covers are super cool. If you get a chance to grab them, win them, find them, bid on them, absolutely, jump in there because these metal covers and they're not just foil. We've talked about this before. They're actual like metal covers that the book is attached to.
Where Rubenstein, kinda,
like a compressed version,
I'm pretty sure we're still doing the original art show Friday. But Nick wanted to throw on some original art tonight, so that's what we're doing. And he'll come back after the next break and go through the original art. There's really nobody more qualified to do it in our building and probably around the country other than Nick. Nick has been a longtime collector of original art. A lot of the stuff.
Yeah, he's really tied into the dealer. We saw Dueling Dealers, but he's really tied into the original art.
He's always got a story too. That's the best part.
What's that?
He's always got a story. It's the best part.
The main reason is because a lot of the stuff that you see on the shows are really, not all of it, but some, a good chunk of it is coming from his personal collection. So, he's been collecting since God knows when. I mean, it's been decades now that he's a collector. So, a lot of times he does have a story that goes behind it because he can tell you, when he bought it, what were the circumstances. I think months and months ago we have the sheet that it would tell the story of opening the package and ripping it, and it was actually torn right, not completely in half, but I would say at least half of it, maybe a third of it was torn at the bottom. When he was rushing to open the package, and unfortunately, I guess he was using some sort of a box cutter and cut right through that bad boy.
I was there the night he told that story to people, and you can almost sense because he's like, and here's the art, and he holds up the thing, and it is just ripped.
Well, what we've determined is that
Dwayne, you're right. I'm pretty sure that is a Wolverine page.
Well, what we determined was because I think later on, like a month or two after that, you and I were doing a show, and Nick had cut himself again with a box cutter. And we're showing it on TV, and I had to remind him, "Yo, this is a family show, bro. Nobody wants to see that." He's
I actually remember that.
Right? You were there.
I do everything for you people.
It's like, dude, you're gonna bleed on the camera, man. Come on, stop.
Yipes.
So that was interesting. So what we've learned is that really Nick probably should not handle the metal covers. Could be a bad accident there.
You get those metal gloves that I used to clean slicers in the deli, like the chainmail gloves, so he'll be all right.
Oh yeah, but
all jokes aside, these metal covers are so cool. And
they have been very well received.
Said they didn't sell. Honestly, I wouldn't either. Not right now. I mean, I'm sure there comes a point where you decide to sell something or whatever, the value gets real high. I probably wouldn't be selling those now either.
All right, let's throw another book up before we have to go to break, because we've got our normal books that we usually do, and then we have the original art tonight. So we got a pretty loaded list here. All right, so for those music fans out there, this one was an interesting one I ran across. I think we've had it on before, but I wanted to do it again. Alice Cooper #1 rare photo cover, gold elite edition, hand signed by Alice Cooper. Suggested retail of $300, and we have the one available tonight for $199.99. There were only ever 10 books signed in the edition, and this particular one is limited edition, 10 of 10. All right.
And this was a really cool story, too. I love this. I love the Alice Cooper stuff.
So Lars Man goes, Nick's blood makes it make it worth more. Just ask Clint Danzig. Josh went, collectible Band-Aids go with them. Collectible Band-Aids are not included. You will have to get your own.
Dynamic Forces.
A new business venture we're going into. Oh my gosh. So that is available tonight. If you are a music fan, Alice Cooper. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, Gold String Dry, that's sweet, man. That's I would love to see us do more of that. I love when we do these. I love when we do Kiss.
Yes.
We kind of have
so that brings me way back.
With Nick when we were kids, I just didn't realize it.
I mean, the whole Phil Collins thing was rather depressing. His farewell tour. I couldn't even watch. I couldn't see Phil like that. The Phil Collins I remember did not look like that. Sitting in a chair because he couldn't stand during a concert. That made me feel bad. It really did. Made me feel old too, man. I got to tell you, I still remember Genesis. Holy man.
I remember when Phil Collins went out on his own, they were like bubblegum rock. People were upset.
Yep.
Meanwhile, he was studioing to the bank with a ton of money.
I know, right? So there you go. I'm making myself depressed.
Do we have to go to another break?
We do. So we are going to go to our second break, and when we get back, Nick will be here to talk about the original art we have tonight. All right, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Join the party. Head over to our Linktree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
everyone. We are back as promised. Nick is here to talk about some very cool original art, which I have to handle carefully.
So the Alice Cooper one-shot, that Marvel Premiere number 50, ours was a 6-issue miniseries. And yes, I do cut myself apparently a lot. That's dried blood right there. I don't want to show too much. And this time it was opening a box of comics, which I'll give you guys a hint about in a little bit. But Rex has the price list. So real quick, JD probably has it. I'm going to show some of the art. So Venom First Host. Amy, do you know what we're pricing this at? Or does all right, or is JD running it at the bottom? So we got it, I think. So this is Mark Bagley, and it says Ron Lim, but actually it's Andrew Hennessy. So tell you what, in honor of Monday's Amateur Dueling Dealers, we're going to take this $450 original art, and we're going to make it 50% off $225.
Ooh.
So nice Venom First Host. And you got, I've said this before, some of my favorite inkers on Mark Bagley are Hennessy, Scott Hanna. Oh my God, I'm freezing now. Oh my God, John Dell. So Hennessy is definitely one of the best inkers Bagley's ever had. And everything is with Venom has been doing really well. So this is not that old, but Mark Bagley, I think this is within the last, 3 years? And Mark Bagley classic art is going for a lot. This is far more affordable. Now we're going to go with Ron Garney, Fantastic Four 605. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Ron Garney is one of my all-time favorite artists. Absolutely underappreciated. He's finally getting his due with Berserker. This is the Fantastic Four 605. This is pure pencils. This is Jonathan.
It's so cool.
Isn't it?
That's very cool.
You've got the Skrulls. You've got the Fantastic Four in the future. This was shot from pure pencils. So this is normally, what do we got this at? $450. Why don't we do an Amateur Dueling Dealers as well? We'll make this $199. Pure Garney art. You'll hardly ever get it. So
that's really nice. Wow.
Then sticking with the Fantastic Four, we are going to do Howard Porter, one of my other favorite artists. So this is issue 503, the Mark Waid run. You could see it was influenced by Mike Waringo. This is when Waringo was drawing the Fantastic Four. This is, you know what? JD will probably put it up before I read it. He always does. This is also about a $500 page. Now, here's the thing about Howard Porter. Howard does not draw traditionally anymore. He draws on the computer. He hurt his hand 4 or 5 years ago. He stopped drawing traditionally, so you cannot buy original art anymore from Howard. So you have to buy it from back in the day. So what we're going to do here is since Wednesday, we're doing something new. We're going to make this $199 as well.
Nice.
Pretty cool, right? Now, we got a Tom Rainey annual Superman full splash page. Oops. Got to let JD know what I'm doing so that he can go. Ooh, that would be a help. You've got a splash page by Tom Rainey. Again, another artist who I think is fantastic, who does not get enough credit. Now, this is a splash page, so...
That's insane.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean... It's just incredible, right? I mean, look at the way he draws Superman, just knocking the villain out.
I'm trying to see, is that new 52 Superman? I really like that. That's very cool.
I think it is New 52 Superman.
Yeah, New 52 Superman, they did something with like a higher collar for his...
Yep.
Yeah. Like
and the belt.
And the belt. Yeah, they kind of... I thought that was very cool. I know people get into the whole underpants thing, but I thought that was very cool.
I thought it was done well.
Yeah.
What do you think we should bring this down to? You think we should go $4.99.99, knock off a penny AR, or should we knock off $100?
Oh,
I was gonna say, don't ask me. I don't know what any of this is worth. This is art. This is real. You know, I don't know what this is worth.
The ultimate one of a kind.
It really is.
We'll knock off $100 and a penny. We'll make it $3.99.99.
Oh boy, you're gonna be hearing from the board soon.
Yeah, right. John really wants me to get fired.
I do not.
All right. Well, you kidding me? It'll be Green Hornet Strikes, Adventures of the Green Hornet, Green Hornet, Green Hornet and Friends.
And Friends, right? Dynamite Team Up, Green Hornet, and this month.
All right, so we've got Ultimate 6, number 5, page 30. I'll claim the whole Howard Porter. You got it, Dwayne Zapane. Howard Porter FF is claimed.
And Dwayne really picked up some stuff tonight, man.
Good.
He's got a package coming in with a metal cover and very cool original art. Wow.
Really good claim, Dwayne.
I think he's in the
really
lead for
good.
something else, too. I might be wrong.
All right, Ultimate 6. Now, Trevor Harshen art is really hard to come by. He does not draw that much. This is inked by Danny Mickey. This may be one of only 2 Trevor Harshen pages I have. You've got the Ultimate Universe Doc Ock. You've got Norman Osborn. Is that Norman Osborn or Sandman? God, when it's
How much did you sell that Fantastic Four for?
$199.99. That's what I said, right, guys? $199.99.
I think so.
So this one I have less room on. So MSRP is $700. We'll drop it to $500. I'll knock another $50 off. But Trevor Harshen art is not easy to come by, and I love this page. Check out the ferocity.
Do a lot of work, does he?
Yeah.
I mean, relatively speaking, he doesn't. I don't think there's a ton of stuff out there with his name on it.
No.
The, original market.
And again, I seem to gravitate towards underappreciated artists just because I love what they do. Speaking of which, oh my God, we're going to go to Batgirl, Fernando Pasarin. I love this artist so much. Shot from Pure Pencils. I actually bought the entire Justice League versus Suicide Squad when Joshua Williamson did the 5-issue series. Fernando did issue 2. I bought the entire book. That's how much I love his art. So you got a full-on splash page of Batgirl. By the way, I'm going to show one thing real quick. When I bought this, I'm doing it right. I paid $500 when I bought this. So if you buy it tonight for $500, we are actually losing the PayPal fee. So, but I wanted to bring original art to everybody. And I just figured, you know what? I got it for $500. Let's make it affordable for everybody at $500. Now, before Rex gets mad at me, let me get a few more done.
Rex has had enough.
Now we have Dark Avengers. Now this is incredible. This is Luke Ross inked by Rick Magyar. This is going to be $199.99.
Damn. That's cool.
Check that out. Look at that. Cyclops, Namorita, Nightcrawler. What am I doing putting this up for sale, especially at this price? Guys, if this doesn't sell tonight, Ronald, I have no idea what Nick's talking about. This is going back into my collection and never seeing the light of day again.
I was going to say,
when I look at it.
Is this a book where if nobody buys it, you won't be upset?
This is definitely a piece of art. If nobody buys it. I will tell you this. Many years ago, when I picked this up, I paid $125. So I think it's worth more than $299. I don't want to go below $199 because this is a steal. This is an absolute steal with the Dark Avengers. And last but not least, Incredible Hulk number 20 by Ron Garney. Check this out. Gotta love a little bit of Ron Garney. So just a beautiful issue. You've got Doc Samson. God, I don't remember who the mutated person is. You've got General Thunderbolt Ross. This is just another great page by Garney. Again, finally getting the credit that he deserves. And I'll make this one 150. So I'll bring this down to 150. And then a teaser for Friday. On Friday, we will be giving this away.
Oh, wow.
So tune in on Friday at 7 o'clock. Yes, Stevie B, these would all have flown out the door. We did Amateur Dueling Dealers Monday night. And by the way, Dueling Dealers is tonight at 9 with Bill Cox and Anthony Snyder and Mike Berkey of Vermina Man. Everything sold out, both for me and from Jordan. But on Friday, this original art by Carlos Paglione and Danny Mickey will be given away for free. So tune in Friday, 7 o'clock. The original art experience is only 1 hour. All right, I'm going to let you guys do your job. Congratulations, Dwayne. You got yourself another winner.
Yeah, Dwayne's going to be waiting for that envelope. We are back. Let's see. Oh, here comes Rex stumbling in.
Wish I was stumbling.
That's for after work.
Rex is the Dino of the comics industry. He is absolutely Dean Martin.
No, there's just water in this cup. Don't let him
That's exactly right.
I would never respect good bourbon or scotch in a styrofoam cup.
Right?
Yeah, and he died from liver failure.
Liver failure. I never
Imagine if he actually drank.
All right. So what do we got here? You know what? Haven't seen any hashtags in a while. Let's run the next drawing. Sure. About half an hour, right? Yeah. Pick one.
Close enough.
See, so we kind of have a Sheena theme. I'm going to run up there so you guys can see this. Although, again, you're probably not going to be able to see the, if the metal books have any sort of downside, it's that they don't really show well on digital and the light or whatever. This is like a Spider-Man 301 McFarlane homage type cover.
These have been a big hit since Dynamite put them out. So, all right, here we go. Spin that wheel. Stevie B.
There we go.
Stevie B, this thing is really nice, bud. Man, I love Sheena.
What is that little avatar though? Like the little picture. What is that?
I have no idea.
That was a weird picture.
Stevie B, do you want to explain your avatar, buddy?
Hi-ho. I can't see what that is.
Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see.
What the little man
made a spam.
It might be.
Yeah.
All right, Stevie B, congratulations, buddy. That one's coming your way. And then for a little change of speed, since we had original art up there, let's do Star-Lord and Kitty Pryde #1 action figure variant signed by Sam Humphries. Suggested retail of $39.99. Let's do it for $19.76 for Star-Lord's first appearance. I really like this, the run of covers when they did this, with the action figure thing.
It's unique. Dynamite has had that. I think that's a winner. If I don't even read the book and I see a cover like that, I grab it. We had Battlestar Galactica cover like that. I'm pretty sure I've bought that book 3 times.
So Stevie B says yes. It's a spam thing.
It's a spam thing. See, I'd read that book.
Kills me.
That's funny.
That absolutely
Fighting crime with Porky Goodness. There's no downside to that book.
So, all right. So let's do a CCA. We've done this Ken Hazer cover sketch before, but I found one that has a different look to it, a different angle to the Chadwick Boseman. It certainly looks like him. So a different angle of the profile. So it's Avengers #1 Black Panther tribute sketch by Ken Hazer.
That's cool.
Suggested retail $89.99. Tonight we have it for $66 to commemorate the year that the Black Panther first appeared in FF number 54. So I picked this one up because you can see the angle of the both Black Panther and T'Challa's face is facing a different way.
Yeah.
So I thought that was super neat. So wanted to pull that. I know we've had it on before, but not this particular version. And again, with cover sketch art, each one is really its own unique little piece of work. So that's something to keep in mind as well.
I love when they do the Panther mask that way. I know in the beginning the Panther mask was just like a black mask or whatever, but I sort of love the kind of silver framing or gold framing, depending on which costume you're doing.
All right. So JD is asking for a hashtag for the next
Spam
drawing.
thing.
And JD Berry has come with hashtag spam-thing. And I kind of like that. So let's run with that. So to enter the third and final metal cover, throw up in the chats.
Which we'll do in about a half hour, right?
Yep. Throw up in the chats, hashtag spam-thing. No caps.
Speaking of art, I'm not sure if you guys want to see it, but I forgot to tell you guys, when I went to Fan Expo, I got 4 blank sketch covers done. 2 of them I'm still waiting on in the mail, but I have 2 of them with me if
yes, we would love to see them.
Sure.
Yeah. So they both got done by, his name is Will Torres. He's on Instagram, but he keeps everything on request, and he actually still hasn't accepted mine, so I don't know if he checks it or not. But he did a Morbius for me for one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. He spent a lot of time.
I wish the movie was that good. I'd rather just stare at that than watch that movie.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
Look, it is very cool.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Isn't that fantastic?
That is beautiful. But I'm upset with you. You went to Fan Expo and didn't tell us?
I said I was going to Fan Expo.
He did.
Yeah, he went over to Reading Terminal Market for lunch.
Oh my
was
God,
phenomenal,
dude.
too.
I missed that. Oh, would have been
Yeah,
great to see you.
I'm going to be honest, though. It was insanely crowded, and it was kind of overwhelmingly crowded.
What day did you go?
Saturday.
He was spotted by my people at the Knicks having lunch.
I loved the Knicks. That was incredible. That was incredible.
What'd you have, pork or beef?
I got pork.
Nice. Wet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Marcus says, you're right, Marcus. We have the Shadow CCA by Will Torres here tonight.
We do.
We do have the Shadow.
Right there.
It's right here.
This is
Will Torres sort of nice.
This is the other one from Will Torres then. He did a Venom for me, too.
Oh,
nice. That's gorgeous. So that's funny. We have Venom and Will Torres.
Yeah.
We both have it tonight.
Incredibly nice guy, too. Incredibly nice guy.
Sweetheart. He's a sweetheart.
That's nice, dude.
They're both good, but that Morbius cover is
out of this world.
Morbius is just so cool, and it bugs me that movie it's not okay. Morbius is a cool character, man, and it's just not there. The movie is just. I had to sit through that twice, so I'm twice as convinced as anyone else that this movie was not good.
I'll never forget. I was
gonna say I didn't like the movie, but you have real reason to be just genuinely upset with it. You sat through it.
I sat through
it once but twice.
My godsons brought their friends. I mean, have you ever seen teenage kids order at a concession stand?
Yes.
We need hot dogs and nachos and whatever. And the next thing you know, the lady's looking at me talking about $105. And I'm like,
it would have been cheaper for you to just invite them over to your house and throw on the next episode of Moon Knight.
Honestly.
They had fun, and I'm told I'll go to heaven for being a good godfather.
They lied to you.
Real sad. They lied.
No proof.
Not only is there no proof, I have as much chance of that as an email getting through to you on a book I need.
No, you have better chance at the prior. Yeah, you got better chance.
I would have
that.
to agree with Alex.
The truth is, I mean, like I said, I was hoping the movie would be better on a second watch. Maybe I'm a different mindset or whatever. The kids are all jacked up on Mountain Dew or whatever, so they appreciate everything. They're just eating to their heart's desire.
Did it get worse for you, though, the second time around?
Yeah, because I knew it was coming. It's like the first time you get beat up as a little kid, it's terrible, but there's a shock to it. The second time you get beat up as a little kid, you know it's coming, and you're like, oh, and you're trying to brace yourself. And I'm watching this, and in all fairness, I think Jared Leto did the best he could with what he had, and I don't think the first 20-ish minutes of that movie are bad. in all fairness. The first 20, I'll even say 25 minutes are okay. They sort of start out like a Disney Plus series where you're kind of giving them some slack. And then the next like 65 or 70 minutes are.
So, Stevie B, I got you. And Ron just sent Nick a scan of his new Adam Warlock commission.
Nice.
Ooh, that should be interesting. I can't wait to see that.
I'm waiting for that. When do we see Adam Warlock, man? Is it going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever?
I have no idea. I mean, we know the actor. We know his workout routine to get ready for the role, but we don't have a date yet, do we?
My wife is watching something that he's in right now on like the BBC or whatever, right?
Yes.
She's looking, she's like, oh, it's a new thing on BBC. And I'm like, it's Warlock.
It's written and directed. It's an Agatha Christie mystery, written and directed by the guy who used to play House.
Oh, yeah. And you come to my house at any time of the day, if my wife's awake, you have a chance of hearing her giggle as some British citizen has been murdered. I don't know what the British did to her, but man, the show starts, one of them is dead, her and the dog are ecstatic. I don't get it.
I wouldn't go home with that fake British accent, buddy. That's all I'm telling you.
Yikes, right? No.
Oh my gosh, too funny. All right, so let's see what else we got here. You know what?
Have Venom or something in there?
Oh, I think we do.
There was a Venom, yeah.
Oh, yes, we do. Oh no, wait.
We do have a Venom. Or am I wrong? I'm sorry.
Hold on.
No, you do.
The original art on here. It's confusing me. No, I think Nick was referring to the original art. We had Venom original art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
No, you know what, 62 Lefty Blues? I'd be fine if my wife was watching Benny Hill. Nobody got murdered on Benny Hill.
That's right. That's why she won't watch it.
It was just people running around, kind of funny. Somebody get pants, somebody peek at a lady in the shower and get the doink in the eyes like the Three Stooges. Everything she watches is, oh, somebody's dead. Shut it off.
Has she met Ron's wife? Ron, there is no mega pack tonight, my friend. I guarantee, though, we will be bringing the mega packs back. It's just harder to create new and interesting mega packs. We've gone through a lot of stuff that you guys have already seen, but we'll have one on next
Hornet
month.
mega pack should be on deck.
Why not just give you the stuff?
I was going to say, I might have enough stuff at home to do a Green Hornet mega pack and just say,
there you go.
Here, man, just bring this in.
But, all right. So Ron wants to know what the next slab is. So let's go to the next slab. Let's see here. And then we have one more CCK.
We have a Vampirella slab, too, don't we?
We do. We have, and as soon as I can find it here. Okay, we have, let me see. Vampirella, Volume 5, Number 1, Frank Cho wraparound cover.
Yeah.
CGC guaranteed 9.8, suggested retail of $89.99, and we have it for $69. And we have one available for $19.69.
Do we have the backside image or no?
We don't.
If we don't, you know what? I'm just going to run up here because this thing is too cool. This is the first thing I saw when I came in. I'm just going to throw this up here for whoever. You just kind of saw the front side. I think I got this right. And that's the back side.
Thank you, Vanna White.
Well, no, I mean, it's just really cool. It's.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's see.
A lot of times Frank Cho tries to, some of the poses, he almost channels a little bit of Dave Stevens with some of the poses.
So Jay Burns says a John curated Green Hornet pack would be interesting. I don't know too much about the character. Well, if you've got 4 hours, John can bring you up to speed. Without a shadow of a doubt, there's nobody who knows more about the Green Hornet than this man right here.
It's actually pretty close. That's one of the few things. A lot of times we say stuff is goof. I've actually won a Green Hornet trivia contest at C2E2.
Shocker.
I
didn't see that one coming.
You know what? It was really funny. Like 3 or 4 questions in, the host is like, we should give him the book now. And I said, thanks. I have this from Dynamite already.
Neil, thanks for joining us, buddy. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Let's see. 62 Lefty says Frank Cho rocks.
Yeah, I mean, Frank Cho is, he's one of those guys that's sort of off on his own. You know what I mean? He's at his own level. You know what I mean? You go to a con and you see that guy at Artist Alley. If you're going down Artist Alley and there's like a stoppage, it's because they've gotten to Frank Cho's they've gotten the Frank shows.
So coming soon to the experience, Everything Green Hornet with John.
It'll be about a 10-minute podcast before
And John will show you how to make your favorite superhero character out of Spam.
I don't know about that. I don't have those knife skills. Although an X-Acto knife, the
But have you
All
tried?
right. So I assume everybody is in for. Did we do the drawing already? We did, right? So we got to do another drawing when we come back.
Like 7:45 maybe, because we're
Yeah,
doing like every half
7:40-ish.
hour.
Yeah, because
whatever.
because Nick also wants to do the drawing for the Nicky Roach card. So we have to save time for that.
I actually took a picture of that. I'm thinking of maybe having a T-shirt done. Seriously, just walk in one day, the shirt be here, like, hey, I'm here.
Oh man, you retired guys have way too much free time. I swear.
You've got to be the 7th or 8th person that said that to me. I mean, seriously.
Oh my lord. Although I am interested to see the T-shirt, I can't lie to you on that one. Let me see here. I just want to make sure. Let me see how many books we still got. Oh, you know what? Before we go to break, Dwayne Zapane's in. All right, cool. Before we go to break, let's do one more CCA. It is Contest of Champions #1, blank variant with cover sketch of Venom. So we do have something Venom. I lied. By Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is $62 tonight. We have one available at that price, $62. To commemorate Amazing Fantasy #15, the first Spider-Man. So we'll get it up there in a second.
There it is.
Nice. There we go. So, all right. And that one is done by Ken Hazer, Contest of Champions #1. And it is suggested retail of $89.99. And we have one available tonight.
From now on, the only thing I want Ken Hazer sent, other than like a contract, are silver metallic pens and black blank variants.
Oh, man. Is that something you're asking us to do, or are you going to take care of that?
No, I'll.
I'm hoping.
I've spoken with Nick, and we would like you to do these. He'd be like, no, he doesn't, man. Ken actually knows. Ken watches the show sometimes. He knows. He knows it. No.
So, JD, you swear this site just deletes a couple of my images just to spite me. Could be. It could be, my friend. All right. So we have, let's see. We'll do a quick recap when we get back, just to cover everything that we've done. Let me see here. And then we have 2 more giveaways to give away before the end of the night. And then we gotta find out what AR likes this week for New Comic Book Day.
Yeah. Have we done all the slabs?
We have done all the slabs. We have done all the CCAs, I believe.
Okay.
All right. I believe Venom was the last one. Okay. So we're going to take another break. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Stay with us.
Did you know that every experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out. Twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey. And behind every page, there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
right, and we're
We are
back.
back.
And Ron, the price on the Rorschach, it is Rorschach #1, and it's CGC graded 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book, and Lars Man is currently in the lead at 25. All right, and on that note, let's do a full recap. As always, we have the Dynamite 10-pack reader set, $40 or higher suggested retail, and we have it as always $5 for the entire pack, 50 cents a comic. Can't go wrong there. Then we had all right. So Jason, I'll leave that up for a second, just so Ron knows. All right. So next up is Vampirella Volume 5, #1, Frank Cho, wraparound cover.
That is such a cool book.
CGC graded guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have one available for $69 tonight. So then we did the Rorschach #1, which we just had up. CGC graded guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book, and Lars Man is in the lead at 25. So next up, we did FF #1, incentive variant, 1 of 10. 1 out of 10, rather. A Tuna variant edition signed by inker Rick Magar. And suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book starting at 20. So let's see. Oh, and then we had the Alice Cooper #1 throwback here. Rare photo cover gold elite edition, hand signed by Alice Cooper. Suggested retail of $300, and we have one available for $199.99, and only 10 were signed, and this is number 10 of 10. Hey, Joel, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining us, man. So then we had Star-Lord and Kitty Pryde #1 action figure variant signed by Sam Humphries. Suggested retail of $39.99, and we have one available for $19.76. Joel, if you're going just to catch you up, we're doing a giveaway of a metal cover, and the hashtag, you need to throw up in the chats, hashtag spam-thing no caps. All right, to enter into the drawing, which we're going to do at around 7:45-ish, something like that. All right. So then we then we had another best offer book, Amazing Spider-Man #677, signed by Mark Waid, and it is a best offer book, and Lars Man is currently in the lead at $20. It is limited edition, 6 of 20. All right, thank you, Jay Burns. Yeah, so Joel, to enter the drawing, which we'll do in about 10 minutes or so, just throw up that hashtag in the chats, brother. All right. So then we had Avengers #1, Black Panther tribute sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have one available for $66. Let's see. Then must be one of those disappearing pictures on.
Yeah, yikes, he hates that.
So just waiting. Take your time, JD. No problem, buddy.
Which one was it?
Avengers #1, the Black Panther CCA. There it is. All right. So we have one available for $66. All right. Then moving on, we have.
Let's try to do an alt Ken night where he joins us.
That'd be kind of cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
That would be cool. The Shadow Year 1 #2 blank authentics cover with cover sketch art by Wilfredo Torres. Best offer book with Stevie B in the lead at 22. And then we did Contest of Champions #1 blank variant with cover sketch of Venom signed by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have one available for $62. All right. And then we did Women of Dynamite, 1/6 scale Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, J. Scott Campbell's art. It is the Arctic variant. It is suggested retail of $249.99. It is a best offer with Ron currently in the lead at 95, and it's 10 1/4 inches high and 7 1/4 inches wide. And let's see. I don't know what the prices are, but we'll go through it anyway. I don't know what Nick offered them for, but if you're interested, let us know and we'll find out. Fantastic Four, number 605, page 10 by Ron Garney.
Yeah, you do have to check because he was sort of like, hey, let's do it for this price. And
Yeah, so if anybody is interested in the original art, let me know.
I'm crazy, Nick. I'm practically giving it all. That's
Crazy Eddie. All right, so JD is just letting everybody know, if you haven't put in the chats hashtag spam-thing, you won't be eligible for the drawing. So make sure you throw that up there. All right, and JD will get you. We'll make sure that you're in the drawing. All right, so then let's see. Then there was Venom First Host number 3, page 2 by Mark Bagley and Ron Lynn. And then let's see. Fantastic Four number 503, page 22 by Howard Porter. Oh, no, that was actually claimed by Dwayne Zapane. I apologize. Then we had Green Lanterns number 54, page 19 by Marco Santucci and Scott Hanna. Then we had Superman Annual number 1, page 27 by Tom Rainey. And then we had Ultimate 6, number 5, page 13 by Trevor Hairsine. Am I getting that right? All of a sudden, I can't remember. And Danny Mickey. And then Batgirl number 32, page 1 by Fernando Passarin. And then Dark Avengers. Yeah, I'm going kind of fast on the original art. I apologize, JD. Dark Avengers number 8, page 12 by Luke Ross.
I got it, Ron.
All right, Ron. 30 on the Rorschach. You got it, buddy. Let me write you down here. So Ron's in it for 30. All right. And then Incredible Hulk, number 20, page 18 by Ron Garney. And I think Nick lowered that price to $150. All right, so that brings us to the full recap.
And if he didn't, it is now.
It is now. It is today, gentlemen.
Yeah, he was going so fast. Like I was trying to remember it, but I'm thinking, and
that's what retired guys do. You notice they don't have a pen. Okay, so
man, if I wanted to have a pen, I'd still work, man. Send me a text.
Oh my god,
the Batgirl page is great. We're open side. I got to tell you, that's just that Batgirl page is sweet.
I just saw Amy's sheet. You guys lowered the CGC graded commission cover art to 100.
No, we didn't do that.
Are you sure?
No, we didn't do that.
All right.
Is this where Rex goes? No, we gave a $50 rebate.
We gave a $50.
I'm sorry, I misread my notes. I thought it said $1. Did it not say $1? Did I miss the decimal point?
I think I'm gonna check out.
My phone is ringing from the board as we speak.
So,
oh my God, can you imagine? Hi, can you tell Rex to stop giving our stuff away? Sign the board.
Right, we're watching the stream right now. He gave it away. He's doing it again.
I get $1. I'd buy that for $1.
Oh man. All right. So that brings us to a full up all right. So let's do this is neat.
Yeah, there it is. Nice job, JD. I'd buy that for $1.
Love that movie, by the way. RoboCop. All right. So So we have a Jim Lee signed book today. All right.
Ooh.
Dark Knight's Metal number 2, variant elite gold signature series signed by Jim Lee. Suggested retail of $299.99. We have one available. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. For $150. We have one available. Limited edition, only 20 wherever signed. And this is number 4 of 20. So an opportunity to get Jim Lee's signature in gold.
He's one of those guys that signature is almost currency. Like you can pick that up and take it to a con, and you don't need to bring money with you.
All right. So before we get to the final best offer bids,
talk to new comic book then.
Well, I do want to hear what Alec liked this Wednesday. But before we do that, let's do the drawing for the final medal because we still have the Nikki the card. All right. So
should I hold this up there too?
Sure. Why not? Go for it, Van.
I might be wrong, but I think this is from Vampirella Unholy, maybe?
I think you're right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the drawing. Last call to get the hashtag in the chats. It's hashtag spam-thing, no caps. All right. And thank you, JD. He's put it back up in the crawl.
There we go. Yeah, this is one of these things where it's metal and it's really dark. So I'm trying to sort of catch light so people can kind of see it a little bit. See, John does stuff. Thank you.
Thank you for saying that, Jay.
There's like a muted red tone, and it really didn't show that well. But when you see it with your eye, there's a muted metallic red in here.
All right,
that
here we
is
go.
Very cool.
Here we go.
Oh, it's gonna come up, John, and you'll be
Ron.
Nice. Good stuff, Ron.
Shepard.
Ron
The
Shepard is the
randomizer.
winner. Awesome.
Ron, you're gonna like this, man. This thing is very, very cool.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, we mention it all the
Congratulations,
time. If you can, if you don't mind, hit thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. I think by now most people do that, but for the new folks that have popped in, it helps us out a lot.
It really does help.
Sharing the show. That's why we always kind of mention Alex show. That's a show, really, we talked about this before. Robbie's show on Monday, Alex show on Wednesday. These are shows that sort of cull down a lot of the stuff we throw out. We're kind of having fun here. But if you kind of want things a little bit more in depth, a little bit more substance, you absolutely should probably check out their shows.
Yeah, absolutely. If you really want knowledge and not just a bunch of talk about spam and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Alex still works for a living. I just say what I say and then go home.
All right, so this is going to be the last drawing. All right, it is the Nikki the Roach card. And let's go ahead and do hashtag Nikki the Roach.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And that's Nikki with a Y. All right. So we'll draw this right before the end of the show.
I was gonna say that's the real giveaway tonight.
Yeah. These covers, they're not going to catch on at all, but Nikki the Roach cards, those are real currency when you go and get it
graded.
Yeah, I was going to say, I need that.
You probably can get it graded. I wouldn't be surprised.
Grade anything.
They'll grade
honestly.
anything if you pay the fee.
All
I don't
right.
even care about the grade. I just want to get, like I said, my alien, I just want to get it in plastic. That's why I'm kind of looking at some of I want that. That's something that's got to go on the wall, man. That book is too cool.
JD, you'll have to scrub Nick out of it.
The winner is Nick.
Okay, too late, Nick. It's Nikki the Roach now, because you don't want to have to make everybody go back.
I'll tell you one thing I want to throw out there real quick, because I get this question a lot on Twitter about New Comic Book Day, right? Today, Dynamite has 3 books out. Jennifer Blood, Hell Sonia, which is very cool, and John Carter of Mars,
right?
Number 1. All those books, Dynamite really does like the variant cover gig. Each of those covers has a cosplay cover. Rachel Holland does, I think, Jennifer Blood, and she does a great DJ Thoris this month. And then Gracie the cosplayer does, of course, Hell Sonia. The question I get asked all the time is, how do you get this stuff signed? Yeah, sure, you can go to appearances or whatever.
Right.
Every cosplayer, and you can check their link, usually it's Instagram, sometimes Twitter or Facebook, they have stores. They have stores where they sign copies of the book and sell them. So, you know what I mean? If you're looking for, I'm trying to think of a good way to put this. This kind of came up today a little bit in our Twitter chat, private chat. If you're looking for cosplayer specific stuff, the best place to get it is hit up the cosplayer directly. There's a lot of them out there. Most of them sort of have merch, whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, they all have different arrangements with publishers, but, it's because somebody said, hey, can I get, they wanted to know if they could get a Gracie Red Sonja cover signed, through us. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, somebody could probably, you could send it to her, sign this, send it back, you know what I mean? But especially if you're in the area and they do appearances and stuff like that at stores, that's probably a little bit of a more direct, quicker way, to support your cosplayers too. I'll tell you right now, most of these people have other jobs. Not a whole lot of people make a huge living cosplaying. It's always like a side gig or something. Check, hit up their stores. There's a lot of ways to support those people. I love cosplay. Since the dawn of cosplay, I thought this was like the greatest masquerade party ever. I always try to hit the cosplay competitions at cons.
Right.
That's kind of like a great way to sort of support those people a little bit.
And I'd like to order cupcakes too.
Gracie in particular, I've mentioned this before. I forwarded Gracie's information to a couple friends of mine that do talent scouting for like baking shows. People that have tried her cake said not only does it look amazing, but it tastes amazing.
Right.
As amazing as Gracie looks cosplaying Red Sonja, cosplay might not even be the best thing she does. You go to her site, look at the decorated cakes. If you're in her area, hit her up, man. If we could figure out a way to get like a BB-8 cake from her house to my house, she would have had a check a long time ago.
All right, so we have one last book here, so we're going to throw that up there. Let's see. It is Heroes in Crisis #1, Ryan Sook variant, Elite Gold Signature Series signed by Tom King. It is suggested retail of $89.99. We have one available, 5-star at $50. It is limited edition, and it is number 18 of 50.
It's a cool cover.
Yeah, it is cool. All right, so, all right. And for anybody out there, our best offers, you've got about, what, 8 minutes?
Somebody wants to put in $100 bid on the statue, but she can't get to log in. She just messaged me.
I can't take blind bids is the only problem.
Well, it's not blind. We know who it is. She's on our covers. From the cosplayers.
For a cosplayer, we'll work something out.
I was going to say, I didn't want to say yes, but I was like, she kind of wants, I don't know if we have another one of these or something.
I'll take a look. If not this variant, I'll find something. But I think we may have another one. So okay. she'll be all right.
Because you're like, you're on the phone. Do you know who I'm usually on the phone with? Like other cosplayers and stuff like that. People who
I thought it was the artists and the writers.
I am sometimes. A lot of times, if a writer on New Comic Book Day hears about me, they messed up. And I let them know, no, that was not proper.
All right. So, Alec, what particularly hit you today?
I really liked the Ice Cream Man issue number 29. I mean, there honestly was a lot of really good stuff, but Ice Cream Man it's recently gotten some weird, like, I don't know how to describe it. They kind of changed from like a horror story to more of, and this is the moral of the story type thing. And
right.
It feels like it's always relatable, and it's always something that people should actually take advice from. Like today's was kind of, I'm not going to get into the issue, but it's like, appreciate what you have in front of you while you can still appreciate it. And by the time you finish reading the issue, it's like, man, I felt that. And I don't know, they took a different direction from just all the horror stuff that they did. And I really like it. It's really cool.
So anything else grab you today?
That one in particular definitely stuck with me. I'll tell you what, Hulk, I've complained about Hulk 100 times now. Well, specifically probably 6 times because this is the 6th issue that released. Everyone said this is the big issue. This is the one to wait for. And I cannot get into it. I do not think it's good. The artwork is fantastic. Ryan Otley does a great job.
Invincible,
yeah, he did Invincible.
Yeah, I was sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I heard Ryan Otley, and I was like,
he's got great art.
That's a big gear shift from Alex Ross, like in style. You know what I mean? Not only the story, because you're right, the story is not there.
There's no story, actually.
The whole vibe of the book, you know what I mean? You go from Immortal Hulk and Alex Ross to, Ryan Otley. No disrespect to him at all. This is very different style.
So Marcus says you can quit now.
Oh, I definitely am. I think that was literally it. I think I'm pulling it off my pull list because I think this was the end of the arc, and I honestly was waiting for this big issue because everyone's been hyping this one up that this is the one. I don't know.
Lee, I'm going to do a recap. I'm going to do the best offers first and then go back to everything else to buy it now. Okay. So we had Rorschach #1, CGC graded 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book, and Ron is currently in the lead at 30. There are no best offers on this one yet. FF number 1 incentive variant, 1 out of 10. Acuna variant edition signed by inker Rick Magar. It is a suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book starting at $20. And we have Agents of Atlas number 2, signed by cover artist Greg Land, suggested retail of $49.99. It is a I'm sorry, that was claimed by Lars Mann. That's not a best offer book. My bad. Let's see. Then we had Amazing Spider-Man number 677, signed by Mark Waid. It is a best offer book, and Lars Mann is currently in the lead at 20. Then we had The Shadow Year 1 number 2, blank authentics cover with cover sketch art by Wilfredo Torres. It is a best offer book, and Stevie B is in the lead at $22. Then we had women.
Oh, never mind.
We had Women of Dynamite 1/6 scale, Sheena Queen of the Jungle, J. Scott variant, J. Scott Campbell art variant, Arctic variant, suggested retail of $249.99. It is a best offer statue, and Ron is currently in the lead at $95. Then let's see.
I'll tell you one thing about this statue real quick. Mm-hmm. They always have variants of statues, right? There's always a black and white. There's usually a couple. This particular statue, every single version is like 100% spot on.
I'm sorry. Wait, Lars Mann. Okay, so Lars Mann is in the lead with 35. My apologies, Lars Mann. I missed that.
This Arctic version is really cool. The black and white versions I love of almost everything, especially if the characters have black and white roots. There is a Night Stalker edition of this statue that I hope we have on this show sometime. It is very, very cool.
All right, so let me get to the buy it now items. Let's see. We had Dynamite 10-pack reader set, as always, for $5. So 10 random books for $5, 50 cents a copy. Then we did, let's see, a Vampirella Volume 5, Number 1, Frank Cho wraparound cover, CGC guaranteed 9.8. And we have one available for $69. Then we had Heroes in Crisis Number 1, Ryan Sook variant, Elite Gold signature signed by Tom King. Suggested retail of $89.99.
That's a tough cover, man. That's potent.
We have one available for $50. And then the book that makes me feel old, Alice Cooper Number 1, rare photo cover, Gold Elite Edition signature by Alice Cooper. Suggested retail of $300. We have one available for $199.99. Let's see. And it is number 10 of 10. Then we had Star-Lord and Kitty Pryde Number 1, action figure variant signed by Sam Humphries. And we have one available for $19.76. And it is number 5 of 25. Then we had Dark Knight's Metal, Number 2, variant, Elite Gold Signature Series, signed by Jim Lee. Suggested retail of $299.99. We have one available for $150, and it is number 4 of 20. Then we had Avengers Number 1, Blank Panther Tribute sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have one available for $66.
That's so cool. Man.
Everything he does is cool.
Yeah, I mean, Ken is Ken. I don't even know. We've run out of superlatives.
So, Contest of Champions Number 1, blank variant with cover sketch of Venom, signed by Ken Hazer, and cover art by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have one available for $62.
I love that cover.
All right, and that is a full recap. And as soon as the best offer clock ticks and we put the end line in there, we will do the drawing for the Nikki the Roach card, signed by Nikki.
Closed.
I was going to say that was it.
Real quick shout out. We do have people that watch the show on Twitter. And I know people have their preferred platforms or whatever, and you see me sometimes interacting with those people. Again, I want to thank everybody. I don't care how you watch this show. I mean, sure, I love when people join us on YouTube, join us in the comment section, enter the contests. That's just not for everybody. Some people are lurkers, some people are quiet or whatever. So I know sometimes I hear later creators have watched the show on Twitter. And I just wanted to, we appreciate all those people. We really do.
We have to. I'm always shocked anybody's watching the two old guys on on live streaming about comic books and spam.
I just, like I said, I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? We have our cosplayers watch. That's how we got.
No, I know.
And
I absolutely. We think, all joking aside, I mean, the viewers make the show.
Yeah, they really do.
Whether you're active in the chats or you're not, we appreciate that you're spending time to watch the show. So
that's a great way to put it.
All right, so here we go. Don't worry, too many giveaways today, JD. All right, here we go.
We only sold like 2 things. Everything else was given away.
Oh, so important, Nikki the Roach card. I got reprimanded for it's Nikki the Roach, not Nikki the Roach.
Frozen burrito.
Frozen burrito.
Congratulations. Frozen burrito. Do me a favor.
See, if I had frozen burrito, I consider myself a winner, man. I'm getting hungry.
I'm
Frozen
starving.
burrito. Do me a favor, if you would, please. JD, if you could throw the link up again. If you could fill out the submission form for us and include your ship to address and your real name, we'll get the card out to you right away, okay? Frozen burrito. Because I'm guessing frozen burrito is not your real name. If it is, I apologize in advance.
Who are you to judge?
I was gonna say no proof of that.
I love burritos, man.
Who are you to judge?
With some carnitas in it, the rice, the black beans, the pinto bean. Don't get me wrong. Spam Thing wants to thank everyone for his 15 minutes of fame tonight. Stevie B, it's our pleasure.
Right, Stevie B. Everybody got one tonight.
Let's see. The 2 Ken remarks, Ben Fu. The 2 Ken remarks for $80. That actually.
His real name is Buck Naked. Nice, Ron. Nice.
Let's see. All right, so we got 100 and let's see, 128. The problem, Ben, is I don't really kind of have that authority, my friend. So hopefully Nick is watching and will respond before we get to the end. If not, I will try to bring him back on Monday. But yeah, I unfortunately I did the one, but actually I really can't keep doing that. Otherwise, John's right. It'll be the John and Amy show.
No, we won't lose Alec. He's not giving Rick stuff away.
Frozen Burrito says his real name is Hamburger.
Nice.
Yeah, but I still need a ship to address Hamburger. Or do you want me to ship it to my local McDonald's? So, all right.
Man,
Nikki is here.
I like you a lot, but
not that much.
62 and 66 to 80 is too much of a discount. But I tell you what, Amy talked me into, well, she just suggested, but she talked me into it. We'll do both for 105. These are a little bit more complex. They did cost us more. So if you could do 105, done deal. If Ben says no, Ben has first right to say yes or no. If Ben says no, then anybody else can have it for 105. But let's give Ben first shot.
All right, and we are running out of time, so let us know, Ben.
Away, sir, before we...
I already gave away my dignity.
I was gonna say.
I might have been born without dignity, actually, but
Jay, thank you for saying so, buddy. We have just as good a time, and hopefully you guys are having fun as well.
Yeah, seriously, I mean, we can't say that enough. Like, you guys really make the show. We really do.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's just two old guys at a desk talking about comics.
And everybody, thanks for hitting that thumbs up. It really helps our algorithm.
Yeah, we appreciate
it. Does.
All right, so we have original art on Friday.
Yep.
All right, so just so everybody remembers, we have our regular original art show with Nick on Friday, 7 to 8 Eastern time. I'll be back with John on Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern for our Monday Comic Collectibles show.
Anything else? Is anything else coming up on
Did Ben say add to my stack before I gave the price? Or
yes, he did.
So okay, so we still need him to say yes.
Okay,
or no.
so Nick,
he got it.
He says he's claiming it. All right, Ben Fu. All right, so if you don't mind, JD, throw the link up for the submission form one more time. Let me see.
And I don't know what's next on the experience, if anything.
Take a look.
There's like a ton of stuff on this channel.
I think there is Wednesday Warriors live with Joey and Ambrosia at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight.
Okay, so we got enough.
Right. Definitely check out AR's channel, AR_comics at his YouTube channel. Great content there.
I appreciate it.
A little less joking, a little bit more serious
It's more
content.
substance. It's not, I don't want people tuning in.
I'm sorry. Okay, Wednesday Warriors is off this week, so sorry, guys.
Okay.
I apologize about that. So you might want to check out either Alex YouTube channel, AR_comics, or Rock and Robbie over at Pop Culture Philosophers. Their YouTube channel, also some great content there. Be sure to I'll be on again on Robbie's channel on Friday, and then again with AR on Wednesdays, not just for our show but for his as well. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for spending your evening with us. We really do appreciate it. And as always, John and I, and thank you to Alec for taking the time every week to do this. I know he's
thank you guys.
Stuff, but we always have fun.
We do.
Never
to everybody.
Yep.
We're good. JD, take us out, man.
Yeah,
We're good.
JD. Yeah, we're over time. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you.
Thank you, guys.
Friday.